Every time I return from a long journey and I see the Lapis Glades, I'm reminded that I'm almost home. The scenery out on the open ocean gets familiar real quick. Sure, they're birds of prey, but seeing them fly so freely is heartwarming.
I love onions! I've tried cutting them dozens of ways and they still make me cry. No matter, I still love them.
I used to like rabbits, but I'm more a fan of stags now. To me, the saying, "May my final stand be a monument to chivalry," is about abandoning worldly possessions and reaching enlightenment. But the stag's final resting place represents the hope for life anew. Oh, how I'd love to see it again.
I have heard there are many strange and rare things sealed within the amber from Mount Hulao. Could some of them be the fabled demons of which the ancient legends speak? I would love to investigate.
My favorite stage outfit's one I made by hand out of silk flowers. You must have seen those flowers before, haven't you? Passion red they are. A perfect match for my music.
In Liyue's ancient texts, there's no shortage of mentioning the beauty of the glazed lily. But in the modern era, the flower is on the brink of extinction. Now they can only be found in Yujing Terrace, and as such come with a hefty price tag.
Sometimes I see finches near the pharmacy. A nice little group of finches.
If you're heading to Jueyungjin, please bring me back a bunch of Qingxin. Just one bunch is enough. Travel expenses. I almost forgot. During the effective period of our contract, travel expenses are to be paid for by yourself. Sorry to bother you.
I've named every single doggy living in Liyue. But they're so funny. Some of them still respond even when you call them the completely wrong name. How fascinating is that? Like if people were to call me Bantu, how am I supposed to know they're talking to me? No way would I respond. Qingxin flower petals are pretty tasty. Incredibly tasty, actually. The only reason I don't plant any at Yujing Terrace is because they taste so good that I worry I wouldn't be able to control myself. Huh? Bitter? Yes, they are. Isn't that what they're supposed to taste like?
This travel companion of yours, do you know anything of her origins? No matter what, I cannot seem to discern a single shred of information regarding this floating fairy's fate. Oh? So you don't know where she comes from either?
Look, there's a pigeon over there!
I wish I could fly alongside them.
Have you ever seen the owl of Dragonspine? If you look directly at it, it seems to look right through you, while letting go of none of its own secrets. Quite fascinating, don't you think?
What? Why do you ask? It's a nightingale, quietly watching its prey from the darkness, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Flawless.
Sunflowers always face the sun. They're so bright. In fact, my mother sent me a sunflower-style dress. I wonder when I'll finally get to wear it on stage.
Calla lilies are a medicinal flower with antidotal properties. With them in hand, there's no need to worry about the side effects of any potions.
The wolves are my Lupical, my family.
I actually quite like cabbage. It's not much to look at, but you can't imagine a world without it. You can grow it anywhere, it goes with everything, and the flavor never gets in the way. I don't know, there's something nice about being ordinary.
A maid is required to keep everyone's secrets. That's why my favorite flower is the rose. Here in Mondstadt,
The rose represents the saying, "As wine bottles are corked, so too my lips are sealed." It reminds me to... What? Roses represent love in your hometown? I had no idea the rose held such a passionate meaning.
Oz's full name is Osvaldo von Hafnavines. Where I hail from, he holds dominion over star and sky across 3 universes. And the souls of the mighty, fallen in battle, rest in the shadow of his wings. One should add that the penalty for mispronouncing his name is to have one's tongue torn from one's mouth. However, as I am a princess and you are one who has my favor, we are at liberty to simply call him Oz. If you look closely, you'll notice that the mist flowers I've planted here are all different. This one is the most powerful. This one blooms the longest. This one? Oh, this one is Project 3 version 17, enlargement trial. Its defining trait is that it's a bit larger.
When it comes to butterflies, I'm the best at pouncing on... catching them. Hey, not in a fun way. I catch butterflies to add a nasty taste to my cocktails. I'm not a cat.
Every lizard has a different pattern on his back, and some of them you can use their dried-out tails to make gunpowder with. I know because Albedo told me so.
You would like to know more about petrified trees? Actually, the petrified trees you have come across in domains aren't that ancient. Truly ancient trees usually grow to around 1 or 2 miles in height. Oh, and there's a kind of large spider that lives around their roots. If you tie one up in Cape jasmine and lemongrass, and sprinkle on some cardamom, smoke it for a few hours, you get a fragrant taste that's simply... unforgettable.
Traveler, have you ever seen a Caesalia? It's a magnificent white wildflower that only grows on the most remote mountains and cliff tops. To me, at least, it's the most beautiful flower in all of Teyvat.
Dandelion, dandelion, ride the wind to a faraway land. Who knows? The wind might take it all the way to Celestia.
I once heard a Mondstadt fable about courage being what it takes for birds to learn to fly. But I think you must first possess a yearning for the boundless skies before you would have any inclination, let alone the courage, to spread your wings and try to fly. For me, Liyue is that boundless sky.
I once ventured deep into the abyss and came face to face with an enormous beast. I don't know its name. All I know is the sight of it chilled me to the bone. But mark my words, one day I will march back in there and behead that beast. And you, comrade, will be my witness.
Dihua Islet was once deserted. Though that was many decades, no, centuries ago.